My other friends were saying that because she is more my friend, I should not invite her this year. They also don't want to spend this year's cottage trip babysitting or breaking up fights among her kids. Last weekend, my friend with the 5 kids was asking me if I had booked the cottage yet. I haven't because I want to talk to her first. Would I be the jerk if I told her to make sure not to dump her kids on others if she plans to go? Or would I be wrong not to invite her? I am open to suggestions. Update 1. I am super thankful for all the advice. Your advice helped me in my conversation with my friend. It didn't go well, but it was expected. Below is how it went. We were talking on the phone, and I brought up the cottage trip. I said something along the lines of, I was wondering if you wanted to plan another fun activity we can do this summer, just your family and mine. Maybe a bonfire at the beach in August, because it was a little more work with the extra kids the last year at the cottage. She was open to it but thought I wanted to cancel the whole trip. When I told her I was still planning to go with the other families, she was confused. Then she said Muskoka, the place where we are going, was the highlight of her kids' summer last year, and they were excited to go again. She said that her kids will be so disappointed. I apologized and told her how last year it was a little hard. I explained why it was hard and gave her a few examples of what happened last year. She didn't view those situations the way my other friends and I did. For example, with the scavenger hunt, she said she honestly forgot and didn't understand the big deal if my kids were also having fun. I told her the big deal was that I didn't have fun, and it took time away from me spending it with just my kids. She asked what the point of a group vacation was if everyone is doing their own thing. I told her that coming together to do bonfires, BBQs, and stuff is fun, but we also come up here to spend time with our individual families. All of us chipping in towards a nice cottage allows us to do that. She then went into a rant about how different she and I are because she believes that if all the children had fun at the end of the day, that's what she cares about most. When you decide to have kids, you give away your freedom for your children, and everything becomes about them. Our conversation wasn't really going anywhere, so I told her that I just don't want to have to think about multiple children on a vacation. The only children I want to think about are mine. I also don't think it's fair for my other friends to have to keep an eye on her kids when that's not what they plan to do. Next, she said that she understands and didn't mean to put her kids on us, but it's hard, especially with her husband not helping. She deals with her kids every single minute of the day, and the one week in the summer when she wants to relax a little, the world does not let her. She feels like she's drowning and asking for a lifeline, and when no one helps, she doesn't know what to do. She knows it's no one's fault but her own, but she wishes she could meet someone who could selflessly help once in a while because that's what she would do if she saw someone in her situation. Then she went into another rant about all the ways she's helped people despite her situation. I said I sympathize with her, but unfortunately, I can't be that person for her because I have to put my family's needs first. I told her that I will never be the person who lets my family suffer, even for a little while, for the sake of wanting to help someone else. I asked her if hiring a nanny for the week on the trip was possible to help relieve some of the stress. That was when she got mad and said that I am just like everyone else who will never understand, and then she hung up on me. Later, she sent me a text. It said, I just wanted to say that I am not mad that we are not going. It's more so the fact that you already decided that you don't want me there without giving me the chance to come up with a solution. It's clear that you see my kids and me as a burden. It just hurts that all this while you claim to be my friend and want to be there for me, but then ditch me after you built up my hope for a friendship. Suggesting that I find a nanny is crazy. You know that I couldn't afford that. Those who've had an easy life will never understand. And it's like they say, no one really cares. Enjoy your trip, I have a lot to think about. I haven't responded, and I don't plan to. I just feel as if everything I have done for her is not appreciated. I have been the listening ear for her to vent to. I've invited her family over lots of times for dinners. My husband helped drive her and her husband around a few times when they didn't have a car. I got my friends on board with letting her not pay her share for the cottage booking and had her only chip in for food. She also knows that my life has not been the easiest. I booked the cottage now, and I'm excited for the upcoming trip with my other friends.